mental health and wellness talk. Everyone, this is Julie. Thank you for stopping by to share with me today. I hope you're having a fantabulous day today, and I hope all is going well for you thus far. And I hope that you're staying positive, you're staying focused, and of course also zooming in and focusing on self-sufficiency, because that will be key going forward. And, in this video, I wanted to touch on something I saw in the media with several media houses right across the spectrum, from the BBCs to the Healthline, etc., putting this story out there. And basically what they're saying is that the flu has disappeared. Can you believe that? They're saying that during the whole COVID time, the flu has just magically disappeared. So let's look at some of the headlines that, we are seeing. So this is one headline. It says, "The deadly viruses that vanished without trace." And that is something I will deal with in a video that I don't think I'll upload it here on YouTube. It will probably be on BitChute. Yeah. And I also have registered on Anchor FM. It's a podcast platform. So yeah, so I'll do some podcasts sometimes. Yeah, so this is one of the heading, what vanishes. Just vanishes like that. But when you make things up, when you create things out of thin air, you can make them disappear in thin air. Okay, and this title, how COVID-19 is changing the cold and flu season. And this is in Nature. They published that article. Then we see another one here. This is ABC. And basically, it says, influenza cases appear to have disappeared in some U.S. cities amid COVID-19 pandemic. And we see another headline here. This is WebMD, and it says, what happened to flu season? Good question. And then you have this one published in AP. It says, amid COVID-19 pandemic, flu has disappeared in the US. And then this other one, Healthline, why the flu season basically disappeared this year. So these are some of the articles that we see, and we see another one here. This is in Scientific American. Flu has disappeared worldwide during the COVID pandemic. And you're probably wondering why these articles, and that's because people have been asking a very good question. What happened to the cold and flu? Nobody's talking about the cold and flu anymore. And the cold and flu symptoms seem very similar to what they call the COVID. So I think this is some kind of damage control. And this, you'll see in the New York Times printed this. It says, the flu vanished during COVID. What will its return look like? And at first I was wondering, is this some kind of joke? Because I feel like mainstream media is trolling us. It must be, because this is ridiculous. But anyway, you'll see here, right, they show that this red, it represents this, our current flu cases that, and this line here, this fader line, grayish, represents from 2015 to 2019, the average, and you'll see, and here, I wonder if you can see it properly. February, okay, so February, you can see when it reached, of course, when it reached like about April, It tapered off and it has remained flat, basically. So they're saying that the flu cases have totally disappeared. So around about here, it just started, just totally disappeared. Compared to the previous years from 2015 to 19, it would, on average, it would be like you'd see here, and then it would basically start taper off, you know, as we enter into the summer months, and then begin to rise again as we go back into the kind of colder period, like the, you know, late autumn, you know, and of course the winter months, etc. So isn't that convenient? It's really convenient, isn't it? And it says here, the article, I'm not going to read most of it, just the first two paragraphs. It says, where it says here, there have been fewer influenza cases in the United States this flu season than in any on record. You hear that? There have been fewer influenza cases in the United States this flu season than in any on record. About 2,000 cases have been recorded since late September, according to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In recent years, the average number of cases over the same period was about 206,000. So basically they're saying that on average it will be 206,000, but it has miraculously dropped to 2,000 this year. And I'll just look at the second paragraph briefly. It says, as measures to stop the spread of coronavirus were implemented around the country in March 2020, influenza quickly disappeared and it still has not returned. The latest flu season, which normally would have run until next month, essentially never happened. So basically what they are saying is that the flu just up and disappeared. And it is as a result of the measures that they have put in place as it pertains to the COVID. Now, why would they, you know, try to explain this away like that? People have been concerned, you know. Some people have been asking what happened to the flu, what happened to the yearly situation that we normally see, where people have the cold and flu-like symptom, influenza, respiratory issues, pneumonia, etc. You know, where is it gone? So their explanation is that the measures that have been put in place for the COVID has basically led to the eradication or almost eradication of the flu season. And when I saw that, to be honest, I say to myself, wow, they must think very, very low of our IQ, or very, very low of our mental, you know, intelligence or mental capacity for them to put this out there. You know what I mean? They must think very, very low of our mental capabilities. Must. That's why they put this out there. So, what do you think? Do you think that the flu vanished during the COVID season? Or do you think that the flu was reassigned and the flu became COVID? Oh my gosh. But anyway, I'm not going to go too much into this. I'll probably do a different version of this video for BitChute. So do check me out on BitChute. I'll have a link for BitChute down below. You know, and also you can check out the podcast. When I do any podcast, I'll put it on Anchor. Yeah, Anchor. So I'll have the links. I'll have the links down below to those platforms, so you can always find me there. And so anyway, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and be the change you'd like to see in this world. Have a fantabulous day today. Ta-ta. Welcome to Ital is Vital, your natural health and wellness stop.